What's going on, guys? Ninja Family Gaming here, and welcome back to another video on Spider-Man PS4. Now, as you saw in the title, today we're going to be going over my top 10 favorite suits in the game. There are so many great suits in this game, and it was very hard for me to pick just my top 10, but that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be going into my top 10 favorite suits, and remember, if you guys want to, you can comment down in the comment section below what your top 10 favorite suits are. We can start a nice discussion down there on what the best suits are in the game. So, let's dive right into it. Okay, the first suit on my list is the Scarlet Spider suit, or the Ben Reilly suit, if you've read the dreaded Clone Saga. I haven't, but I've watched videos on it, so. I really like the way that the blue and the red looks together. And let me go into photo mode to show you. The way that the white looks on the mask, the white eyes, looks really cool. And I love the detail of the way that the strings are on the hoodie, because those flop around a little bit as you're swinging. And I just think it's a very smooth design. The color palette looks really cool. And, yeah, that is my number 10 pick. Alright, moving on to number 9 is this goofy suit right here, the Bombastic Bagman. And I only really have one reason for liking this suit, just because it is so ridiculous. I've always really liked just the super goofy stuff. So, to see this suit in a majorly serious game is really fun, and I love the detail on the bag too, with the way that the eyes are. It looks really cool. So yeah, that is my number 9. Okay, moving on to number 8 with another one of the Fantastic Four suits, the Future Foundation suit right here. I really like this one just because of the way that the white and the black looks together. It just looks really cool. And I like that the white doesn't overshadow the black too much, because if you look at it from certain angles, it looks like there's not as much white as there is black, and depending on how the suit was executed, that could look a little strange. But I really like the nice balance that they've put in this one. It's a really smooth design too. So that is my number 8. Okay, so here at number 7 is the Iron Spider suit. The classic Iron Spider suit, not the one from the MCU. I really like the way that the red and the gold looks together, and especially the way that the gold looks. The gold looks really cool. If I show you right here. Oh, there we go. Right here. And sometimes if you get it in the right light, you can see sunlight reflecting off the gold, which I always think looks really cool. Especially like if you're swinging around in the suit at night and like you go to like a street light or something. It always looks really cool because it almost gives off like an ambient glow around the suit, which I think is really cool. So, yeah, that is my pick for this spot. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, moving on to number 6 is the second Scarlet Spider suit. Right here. And I love the way that the red and the black looks together. I've always liked red and black on mostly anything. I just think those colors really work well together. And let me get to a good spot so I can show you this. If you look really closely on the costume, the red fabric and the black on the costume is a different texture. So like if you look on the red costume, it's kind of like a sewn. And then if you look on the black, it's like a smooth texture, but that's a fabric, which I think is really cool. Just adding more texture to the costumes is always really cool. And if you guys saw on the mask as well, the way that the red eyes, it works really well with the black mask too. So let's move on to the next spot. Okay, moving on to number 5 is the Fear Itself suit. And I've watched a lot of other videos on people doing their top 10s, and for some reason, it seems like not many people like this suit, and I don't know why. I personally really like it. Just the way that the blue on the suit looks. The gauntlets are, yeah, a little over the top, but that's kind of why I like it. And if you look on the back here, this design right here, I know it's not, but it almost looks like a chainmail-esque design. I know that's not what it is, but this suit especially looks really good at night. So, you know what? I think that's where the suit really shines. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it to night right now, so I can show you guys this suit at night. So I'm gonna go do that really quick. Okay, here we are. I just set it to night, and hopefully you can see it, but that's not gonna be good. Oh, nope, not that. There we go. No, not control settings. Okay, there we go. So you can see the way that the blue glows at night, I think looks really, really cool. So that's why I have it at my number 5 spot. Let's move on to number 4. Okay, next up at my number 4 spot is the Spider Armor Mark III. I really like this one because unlike some of the other Spider Armors, like this one right here, or let me find another one. Like, I mean, I guess you could say that one looks like an armor as well, but this one, to me, out of all the Spider Armors, looks the most like an armor to me. Because you can see the armor platings on it. And you can also, like, let me get, oh, whoops, that's not what I meant. Photo mode again. Like the back thing right here. But I don't know if you can see it, but that right there has a nice texture to it as well. And the helmet on here looks really cool too. And this is another one I like at night with the way that the eyes are. It looks really cool. It makes for some fun photo mode shots. Like, okay, I'll have to remember that. That's actually a pretty cool picture. I'll have to remember to recreate something like that later. But that is my pick for the spot. And we're getting really close to the top one. So, gonna keep going and move on to the next spot. Okay, we're at top 3 now. And this is where things got really tricky for me. This suit and the next 2 suits you guys are gonna see are absolutely great suits. And it took me quite a while to figure out what order I wanted to put them in. But this is what I decided. Honestly, it's probably going to change at some point, but for now, this is where it's at. So, number 3 is this suit right here, the white 2099 suit. I've always liked the futuristic designs on basically anything. I just always think it looks really cool. And the white, the red, and the black, the design for this suit looks really, really super cool. And it looks like a very high-tech armor. It looks like a suit that Spidey would use in the big fights. Because you can see, like, let me get to it. Like, it looks like a more armored up suit, too. I like what they have in the arms, too, like these little spiky bits. I like that, too, and if I can get it at the right angle, you can see the spider logo is like a skull spider on with the crimson red plates right here. And I think that looks really cool. It's a nice hidden thing that you might not notice, but when you do, it's a nice cool detail that just adds a nice something to the suit. So, let's move on to the number 2 spot. Alright, at my number 2 spot, right here, is the comic book suit. I really like this suit because it's different to all the other suits in the game. And I know that there's like the manga Spider-Man suit, but I think that this one just pulls off the comic booky looking design just a little bit better. And I also like this one because it pays homage to the old Spider-Man comics, and I like this one too because it's fun to go into photo mode and get some comic book pictures. That's always really fun. And like I said before, it's a really standout suit, so sometimes it can look a little weird with the super realistic look of the game, but like I've said before in this video, I like the weird stuff. So that's why this one is coming up at my number 2. But there is one suit that I like just a little bit better than this one. And I'm going to show you guys that one right now. Okay, so my number 1 suit in the game is this one right here. The original Spider-Man 2099. And this is the blue one. I've always really liked this suit. This has been my favorite Spidey suit for quite a while. Like I've said before, I really like the futuristic designs, and the color palette on this one looks cool with the blue and the red. And I think it's on this one as well, right? Yeah, okay. With the skull spider as well. Same with the other Spider-Man 2099 one, but I like this one a bit more just because it's a more obvious design. And the mask looks really cool. And like I said, I've liked this suit for a while, and this, unless the Spider-Man comics or the movies come out with a really, really cool looking suit for Spidey in the future, I think this suit's gonna hold its spot as my number 1 favorite suit for quite a while. So that was my list on my top 10 favorite suits in Spider-Man PS4. Be sure to let me know what your list is down in the comments below. And remember, you guys probably already know this already, but be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content here on the channel. And you can follow me on Instagram, which is @NinjaFamilyGaming, for more gaming-filled content. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.